YTBC, what's the deal? So this is a very good cruiserweight fight taking place next month at the Barclays. Krzysztof Glowacki versus Steve Cunningham. Well, one thing that both of these guys both have in common is the fact that they both beat Marco Huck. They both stopped Huck. Glowacki did that in his last fight in dramatic fashion after being put down in the 6th. So he showed heart. He showed that he has a chin, that he can get up after being knocked down. He's an undefeated fighter. He's going to be very confident going into the fight. He holds the WBO title. I'm going to go with Steve Cunningham in this fight just based on their styles. I know Glowacki is the younger guy. Usually somebody that's, 29 years old would be the favorite against a 39-year-old ex-champion. But Cunningham, in my opinion, can handle the style that Glowacki fights out of. And it's kind of the same style Amir Mansour fights out of, the southpaw stance, power puncher. I think Mansour probably has more power in both hands, in my opinion. Glowacki, he throws his left hand in different ways. He likes to throw that straight left. I've seen him hook it, loop it. He's going to have to set that left hand up, either with, throwing 2 left hands, doubling up on the left hand, or using his jab to work his way in. Cunningham has showed that he can be hurt. He's only been stopped once, and that was against Tyson Fury, but Mansour had him hurt. I mean, he showed that he can be hurt in his fights. And Krzysztof Glowacki, showed that he has some power. But I just think Cunningham can outbox him from the outside, and if Glowacki tries to get close, which is something he's going to have to do because Cunningham has the reach advantage on him by about 7 inches, 3 inches in height on him. He's going to get outboxed from the outside. So he's going to try to get close, but that's the thing with Cunningham is he can fight. He's not just a guy that just wants to box. He can fight when he has to. And if you draw him into a firefight, he will oblige and he will fight right with you. And I don't know if Glowacki, he may be underestimating Stephen Cunningham if he tries to just walk him down. Because there's been bigger and better guys that have tried and they couldn't do it. And Cunningham, he has dealt with southpaws, the Antonio Tarver fight, like I said, with Amir Mansour. I mean, so he dealt with his fair share of southpaws. So I don't think he'll be, I don't think that the southpaw stance will, even Hernandez, he fought him. So he's been in championship level fights with southpaws also, not just any old southpaws. So I don't think Glowacki's style is going to bother Steven. It's just that if Glowacki can land a big left hand or a good right hand and knock Cunningham down or get him in trouble. But I think Cunningham can fight with him, and I think he can outbox him. So I think he has both of those advantages on Glowacki. The winner of this fight, I would like them to fight Marco Huck. We know that he held on to that WBO strap for, was it 13 successful title defenses, and he lost it. I know Alexander Usyk is the #1 rated contender. So either the winner of this can fight Usyk or fight Huck in a rematch. Both these guys, like I said, the only 2 guys to stop Marco Huck. So, and Huck says he wants to rematch with Glowacki. He was saying that even before his last fight, that he wanted a rematch with Glowacki, and a fight that he was winning, man. And it was funny at the end, man. Just Glowacki was able to land and finish the fight. And Glowacki seems like the type that if he has you hurt, he will finish you. But I'm gonna go with Cunningham in this fight. I think he's just gonna outbox him. He'll be able to outfight him. He's going to use his reach. He's going to use his hand speed. He's good on his feet. Cunningham is fundamentally sound, man. He's very fundamentally sound. Championship level fighter since, the last 8-9 years. Campaigned at heavyweight, respectable at heavyweight. So I'm going to go with him to win this fight. Glowacki's going to have to prove me wrong. I had Huck beating him going into the first fight. He was able to win. He proved me wrong. He's a guy that's going to have to continue to prove me wrong and string together, 3 or 4 impressive victories for me to really start favoring him in fights. But just based on styles alone, I would favor Cunningham. I think he'll be able to deal with the pressure. And if Glowacki tries to, fight at a measured pace and set up shops with his jab, I think he's going to be out jabbed. And I just think Cunningham has the reach, and I think his chin is just as tough as Glowacki. Glowacki hasn't really been in there with enough guys to really, give me a good gauge on how good his chin is. His top guy he's fought was Marco Huck versus, Cunningham, who's been in there with heavyweights. You know what I mean? So he's just been in there with just the better, opponents. And I think his style will be able to sully anything that Glowacki will try to do. But Glowacki has a chance, you know, more than a puncher's chance too. He's going to be confident coming into this fight, and he's an undefeated fighter, and he has the world title. So it's going to be a good, entertaining fight, but I'm going to go with Cunningham by decision. YTBC, I'm out.